What's good, everybody? I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. We're here to do some tarot rehab, all right, guys? So what you're going to do is pick your card. The first card is the honesty card, or the second card is the listening card. So you're going to pick your card. The timestamps for these readings are going to be down below in the description box, all right, guys? Also, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't done that already. It would really help me out, and I would be very grateful and thankful to you guys. All right, guys, remember, guys, if you guys just came to hate, go ahead and do that, because there might be a message in here for you. So go ahead, stick around, and welcome. All right, guys, remember, not every detail of these readings are going to resonate, but if they do, be sure to check out my Patreon page. You can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I'll put all that information down below in the description box. All right, guys? So pick your card and let's get into it, all right? All right, group 1. If you chose the honesty card, this is your reading, all right? Now, let's look into what the honesty card speaks about. This is going to be your overall message that Spirit has for you. The honesty says, "My darling, you have chosen the symbol of clarity and true communication. Now is the time to be absolutely honest with yourself about what you want, what you're thinking about, what your motives and real feelings are. Honesty is the way to truly step into your power. When you choose honesty above all else, as your goddess, I will send you the courage to do what is right. This is also a time to demand honesty and integrity from others. You have the right to get clear messages. There is the greatest freedom and power in telling the truth." All right, that's your overall message, guys. All right, so let's jump into your rehab. We're going to look into what your triggers are this week. We're going to look into what you can do to how they're connected to the past, and what your advice is moving forward. All right, guys? So let's get started. All right. We're talking about honesty. All right, guys. Let's jump into this. Actually, I'm going to move this over here. We're going to get, that's your general message. That's the message Spirit has for you. So let's look into this week what could possibly be triggering you, the causes of those triggers, how it's connected to the past. We're going to see, take a look into how you might react to these triggers. We're going to get you some advice and a final message, okay? Let's look at your trigger. What's going to trigger you? We have Justice. How is it connected to... Okay. It's a lot. I'm not going to take them all. Okay, so let's look into how is this trigger connected to the past? How is this trigger connected to your past traumas? And these are things that you might not even realize that you have, that these might be triggers from the past. We have the 9 of Pentacles. How will you react when you are triggered? Let's see how you are going to react. We have the 8 of Pentacles. What is your advice? We got the King of Swords and the King of Cups. Final message. Final message. Final message, Spirit. Okay, we have the Hermit. All right, guys. So, the trigger, the cause of this, we have the Justice. All right. Justice talks about truth coming in. You know, truth comes out about a situation, and it could be that you feel like something was unjust. Something was unjust. You feel like something was unjust. What What is the Justice card, Spirit? Can you tell us about the Justice card? Okay, so there was some sneaky behavior, okay? And you feel like this wasn't fair. It could have been a truth that came in. And you were like, oh my God, they were really being sneaky. They were doing this, they were doing that. And that's going to trigger you. Because it's like, you might not be sure how to move forward. This could have been very damaging. And so Spirit's almost saying, like, lay low. Justice will come and balance out the scales. So this is just some more support that Spirit's offering you, advice that Spirit's offering you, saying that yes, this might have been, there could have been some sneaky, underhanded things that were going on that left you in a state of feeling beat up, right? Maybe you didn't know that people were doing this. But either way, Spirit's saying, lay low. Don't react. Don't react. Balance will come in. You probably didn't know that this was going on around you. And when the truth finally comes in, it's going to trigger you. Okay? How is this connected to the past? We have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles talks about luxury. Like, you could have had somebody that was taking from you, stealing from you. And that could have been an issue from the past, that this has happened before, that people have stolen from you the things that you were building, and you didn't know that was going on. So this is something that's happened to you before. It's not the first time. It doesn't have to be, oh, this is a trigger from childhood. It could be just like, when it comes to my work, I've always had people undermining me, taking credit for my work, stealing from me, that kind of thing. So let's look at this Nine of Pentacles. What can you tell us about the Nine of Pentacles? Yeah, got the Nine of Swords. It's gonna have you up, and it stress you out when you get this official message that this emperor, this boss figure, was taking from you, giving you the bare minimum. I see the scales are really, really standing out to me in these two pictures. It's almost telling me like someone it's almost like they had the upper hand. You couldn't really do anything about it because it's like they were in the position of, it's like, I'm just getting power over you. Like all you could do is really take the bare minimum, the breadcrumbs that they were giving you. Because if you were to say, this is not balanced, they're like, well, I have the scales. I say what's fair. And this is something that's happened in your past where you always, like, you could have felt like there was someone always over you, and you always got the bare minimum. And why it's triggering you is because you didn't realize that there was some deception. But judgment's going to be called on that situation, whatever this may be. Yeah, guys. I'm not saying this was fair, but it will, the justice came out twice, and the judgment, this is going to be resolved, guys. Okay, so how will you react? We have the Eight of Pentacles. You might just throw yourself into work to not have to think about it. What can you tell us about the Eight of Pentacles, Spirit? We got the Queen of Swords. Okay. How will you react? You're going to speak the truth. Because the Queen of Swords is somebody who's completely honest, total honesty. She speaks the truth. She has the sword of truth upright, right? Her sword is upright. And it's like she's sitting there saying, "Come at me, bro." But you want to do this shady stuff and be manipulative, you know, I'm going to speak the truth when it comes to this work. And that's why you got the honesty card. How you're going to react, it's time for you to be honest. It's time to speak the truth. That's what it's saying. What else can you tell us about the Eight of Pentacles? You might not know if you should, but Spirit's here saying it's time for you to be honest. Speak your truth about what's been going on in your workplace. All right. Okay, I'm not taking all of these. Oh, my nose is itchy. What else? Okay, there we go. We got the... Yeah, speaking your truth is going to bring you happiness. You need to speak the truth about the situation, and it could be in the workplace. All right, anything else for the Eight of Pentacles? This is how you're going to react. You're going to speak your truth in this workplace, and that's going to bring you the fulfillment, fulfillment isn't the right word. It's going to bring you happiness, just happiness. You're going to finally feel free and joyful because you were able to speak your truth instead of being left in this state of life's unfair, there's nothing I can do, people only take, you know? If you want to, because the Justice also talks about a win-win situation, okay? Because the scales are being balanced where it was once unbalanced, okay? So that's how you most likely will react to this situation. Let's look into the King of Cups and the King of Swords. This is your advice. Your advice really is to come from a very loving place. Don't see how he's just there sitting quietly meditating. He's he's, you know, coming from a place of love and compassion, but also with the King of Swords, you know, the King of Swords is he's a very intentional person. When he speaks with authority and clarity, okay? When you speak from a place of authority and clarity, and it's a place that comes from compassion and love, this is a potent energy. That's why Justice came out. It's almost like you don't really, you know, you don't have to be cruel and manipulative. You know, you have to be honest. And that right here, you know, if you're coming from a place of love and compassion, but you are sharp with what you say, you know, the truth is going to come out. Lies and deceit cannot, you know, live and continue where there's truth and clarity. And when you're coming from a place of love and understanding, man, people can't tear this energy apart as much as they would want to. They won't be able to. That's why Spirit, this is your advice from Spirit. Okay? Your final message, the Hermit. It's time to go within, get the clarity. The Hermit is almost like these two energies together combined. You're going within to your heart space to get the clarity. Okay, you're going into your heart space to get the clarity. The Hermit this is your final message. Okay, but let's look into this energy right here. Yeah, when you go in, you know, you're going in gently with from a loving place, and you're deading that. I'm almost seeing, look at how these two are coming in on their horses. They're, you know, they almost look the same. But what you're doing is you're coming in with love, but you're gonna kill that, whatever this manipulative energy is. Because what are you deading? You're deading the conflict. That's what you're deading. And it could be in the workplace, and that's gonna bring you, it's gonna bring you peace. Anything else for this? And happiness, man. Yeah, you need to put down the burdens. Don't sit in this energy of woe is me, life's so unfair. I mean, it could be. What happened to you was not fair. It was unjust. But you don't want to sit in that energy. It's calling, Spirit's calling you to be honest. That's, and you're going to kill off you're going to dead whatever conflict or competition or dishonesty that is going on. So let's look into your final message. What is the Hermit? What is the Hermit? Remember I said the Hermit's almost like this energy combined. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so what can you tell us about the Hermit, Spirit? What can you tell us about the Hermit? Man, my nose is itchy. What can you tell us about the Hermit, Spirit? What can you tell us about the Hermit? Yeah, once you get that clarity, the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor. When you make the decision to speak your truth, it's going to change the course of this situation. It's going to bring a lot of abundance. If somebody was telling you that if you were to speak the truth, sorry guys, I just ran out of space. If somebody's trying to convince you that you communicating your truth, it was going to work against you, they're being deceptive. They wanted you to... You could have had a group of people working against you, against whatever it was that you were building. And that's why it feels so unfair, because you had a group of people working against you. All right. You might not have known this, but once they don't want you to communicate, because they're like, if you communicate, if you speak, if you do this, it's going to affect your finances in a bad way. Spirit's saying, no, it's not. If you were to speak your truth, it's going to change the course of direction, and it's going to bring you the Wheel of Fortune. But it's time to be completely honest with that honesty card. All right, guys, let's get you one final advice card. I like to pull from the Angel Wisdom Tarot to get you a quick little message, okay, of what Spirit wants you to do moving forward. We already got the honesty card, okay? So that's something you have to, it's time to be honest. But let's get you a final message. Oh. All right. Final message. We got the Magician. Magic is alive in your life. What you need to be successful will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. Yeah, people are trying to convince you that you speaking up, you speaking the truth, you being honest is a bad thing. It's going to affect your money. It's going to affect your work. Spirit's saying that's not true. There's magic in there's magic in being honest. Speaking the truth, but speaking the truth from a place of compassion, love, understanding, but clarity. Being assertive, being, having this, the King of Swords is sharp. When he's upright, when he's in a high vibration, he speaks truth, and he's not gonna, throw all these, he's not gonna throw this word salad to confuse you. He's clear in his communication. That's why Spirit's telling you, make sure that you go within, you get the clarity that you need, so that way you can turn this unbalanced situation to go in your favor. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna leave that there. I hope this helped. Don't forget to check out my Patreon page. You can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I put all that information in the description box below. All right, guys, we'll see you guys next time. All right. Group number 2. If you chose the listening card, this is your reading. Let's see what the listening card wants to tell you. And then we're going to go into your rehab reading, okay? Listening says, drawing this symbol indicates that you are meant to listen to what others are saying with their gestures rather than their words. In my house of night, there will be a beautiful girl with the skin color of dark honey who has the gift of poetry. She is able to weave tales with great detail and expression, yet without being obvious or straightforward. Reading between the lines and finding true meaning are what are required right now. Listen and learn. What others don't say is what is important at this moment. So yeah, you have to read between the lines. Not, you have to pay attention to what others are not saying. How people are acting versus what they're saying with their words. Okay? That is what you need to know right now with the listening card. All right, guys, so let's look into what is triggering you this week. All right, what is going to trigger you this week? How are these triggers connected to the past? How will you most likely react? What is your advice? And we'll get you a final message, okay, guys? So what is the main trigger that could possibly potentially set you off this week? Because we all have them. We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, the Two of Pentacles talks about making choices, weighing many options. So this could be, let's say you're an employer and you're trying to make a choice about maybe potential employees that you're considering, right? Partners or whatever. So you're weighing all these options. What Spirit's telling you is, just because something looks good on paper, they have a great resume, and they say all the right things that you want to hear, but their character and how they behave outside of, what they speak doesn't line up. Okay? How is this trigger connected to the past? How is this trigger connected to the past? How is this trigger connected to the past? Okay, we have the Six of Wands, the Chariot. Anything else for how it's connected to the past? I'm sorry, I didn't pull this many for last group, but okay. So the reason why Spirit's telling you to listen to what people aren't saying and start paying attention to what they show you is because you in the past you could have made choices based on who you thought was gonna bring victory in this work situation. I'm saying it's work. It doesn't have to be, but this is really what I'm getting. It's more a work situation. Okay, so you could have chosen someone thinking that you made the right choice. This situation, this person that you chose was going to bring you victory, and it could have made it it could have brought a drastic change when it came to this new project. If anything, it caused you more headaches. You could have been losing money because of this. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, everything looked good on paper. And if it is a relationship, you're juggling with the idea of who to pick, because you chose someone last time that you thought you were going to have the victory, only to find out that it was more of a burden and a heartache, and it left you out in the cold. You lost a lot because of this. Where you thought you were going to have victory, you ended up in this Five of Pentacles, this worry, lack, stress, isolation. It's loss. Where you thought you were going to have victory, because it took a drastic change. This person could, the Page of Wands is also someone who, I was going to say somebody. Usually it's the Knight of Wands who I see as very sexually, if it is a relationship. I see the Page of Wands as somebody, the Knight of Wands is what I see as somebody who's very free sexually. But I see this page in this deck as that Knight of Wands, somebody who's very free spirited. Look how she's just, you know, she's just not a care in the world. I usually like this card, but in this context, I'm almost getting like this person was too free, too unpredictable, and that caused you a lot of stress. You could have lost a lot of money. Okay, how will you most likely react? We have the Five of Wands in reverse. This is success. Like, problems are going to be resolved. You're going to resolve these issues. How are you going to resolve these issues? How are you going to resolve these issues? Oh, we got partnership. Okay, you're going to resolve this issue. This is how you're going to react. You know, you're going to try and problem solve, right? You're trying to get out of this energy of conflict. You're looking for a partnership that brings you peace. So that's why it's saying to pay attention to not the words that people speak, but by their actions, how they act. You know, is this person, because you don't want conflict. You could have had a lot of conflict. Okay, like I said, it could be work, it could be love, relationships, you know, you will know your situation. But you've been in situations where there was a lot of conflict, right? With this other person, where you thought you were going to have a lot of victory. This person only brought you headaches. You want to come out of this energy of conflict. So you're going to find a solution, to find a partner that brings you peace. That's why it's saying, you know, listen. How do you feel when you're with this person, when you're around this person? All right. So let's look at this Two of Pentacles real quick. This is you're weighing many options. What are you weighing? Let's see if we can find out if this is work or love. Okay, we have the Devil. Oh, you can't even see that. You have the Devil and the Ten of Swords. You're trying to, yeah, and the Death. Oh my God. You're trying to end, like you're juggling, Okay, you're juggling with the idea. Because again, remember this victory you thought was just left you in this state of worry, lack. So you're trying to figure out, is this person more of a burden? Should I just end this? Are they toxic? With that Devil. Okay, so you're juggling that. That's what you want to know, the truth about it. That's what you're juggling. You want to know the truth. Is this person the Devil, or is this person somebody who's going to bring me a lot of peace and joy and invest to build? That's what you're trying to figure out. Okay? You're trying to weed out the toxic energies from the good energies, because sometimes they can look the same, right? On the surface of it, the person you chose in the past, it looked good on paper. So let's look at this energy right here. This is how it's connected to the past. This is how it's connected to the past. Now, I'm doing tarot rehab, right? So, you know, sometimes people think rehab is just for like drug addictions, right? Alcohol addictions, sex addictions. No, this could be addictions to unhealthy patterns. So we're in rehab to not make those choices again, right? Take your time, be patient when investing. Don't be so quick to rush in. Good things take time. Good things take time. Good things take time to grow. Spirit's like, that's the truth. Okay. A lot of cards fell down. I wasn't going to keep them, but Spirit's saying take them. All right, then. So Spirit says that's the truth. Good things take time. The reason why you don't want to be put in a position, you don't want to get beat up again, right? by somebody who is the Queen of Cups. I don't like the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is somebody who's emotionally manipulative. This is somebody who's overbearing. They play on and manipulate your emotions to keep you in this energy. Spirit's saying, if that happened in the past, judgment's going to be called on that. Judgment is going to be called on that. This person could have been really cruel with the words that they spoke. They could have been talking crap behind your back that you didn't even know. Okay, you probably didn't even know that this person was doing that behind your back. And this could be like talking to your family, talking to your friends, trying to get them to agree with them and side with them in order to keep you bound to them. And I don't like that. Yeah, this person is deceptive. That person was deceptive. They try to keep you in the energy of confusion, unable to see the truth of a situation. You could have been married to this person, or if it's a work situation, this talks about institutions. So this could be your job. Okay. The person, you know, what seemed like a sweet, genuine offer was just brought confusion and deception. That's why Spirit's saying take your time. Good things take time. There's no need to rush into anything. If you want something to grow in a healthy way, it takes time. Okay, guys? Anything else for this? Communication. Communication might come in, or you might want to communicate with someone. Yeah, you could have gotten the clarity that you needed to move away from this situation. It could have been that, oh, well, there was conflict between this Empress. This Empress is like your mother, the mother of your children, a mother figure. It could also be a boss. You could have had a lot of conflict with this person. You're the King of Pentacles. I say this, but you know, when we're talking about energy, it could be vice versa. You could be this Empress, you know, this could be, you could be this King of Pentacles. Either way, these two are bosses, okay? The only reason the Empress, like I said, it could be a mother. You could have gotten clarity about this, the conflict between you guys. You probably didn't even see it like that. I don't know. Sometimes there's issues in our lives and we don't even identify them as issues until someone else comes in and says, hey, did you know, this is an abusive situation? And you're like, oh, I got the clarity. Now I need to move away. I need to move away from this because this person is abusive. Okay, let's look into this. This is how you're going to most likely react. You're coming out of this conflict. You're going to choose somebody who is a true partner, somebody who does bring you balance and doesn't bring you craziness, because you want to get out of this energy. This is craziness when it's upright. Coming out of it, within in reverse, you're coming out of that chaotic energy, competition, fighting, arguments, you're coming out of that. And you're looking for something that is balanced, an equal give and take, a real partnership, whether it's in work, whether it's in love. You want something that is going to bring you peace and balance when the whole world is against you. You find that peace and balance within yourself. But when you find that peace and balance within yourself, you're going to be able to find that with another person, because you're not going to allow a partner to come into your energy and disturb your peace. You're like, screw that. I worked really hard to get out of that. Okay, so let's look at this Five of Wands in reverse. What can you tell us about this Five of Wands in reverse? Five of Wands, please. Yeah, you make the decision. You're finally ready to make a choice, to cut out something, to come in and cut it out. Even if the words you might speak might be a little harsh. Oh my God. Hold on, guys. I dropped some cards. But you're going to come in, you're going to speak your truth, this King of Pentacles. And it might require you to relocate to make this offer. Okay? So this Five of Wands is like you finally made the decision. You might have not known which way to move, but you're finally realizing who you want. If it's a work relationship, if it's a work situation, you know who you want to hire. If it's a love relationship, you might know now who you want as a partner. Okay, so what can you tell us about this Two of Cups? Yeah, you know who you want to make this love offer to. You know. Yeah, you've made the decision. You know who you want to have victory with. You know who you want to have this home life with, and you're ready to invest. You're ready to invest. You're ready to do a lot more than that, dude. I got a lot of sexual energy just now, but you're holding back. You're holding that sexual energy because you don't want that to be what drives you, like it did last time. Okay. What's the Seven of Wands? Seven of Wands, this one. This balance. Yeah. As I split the deck, I got the Justice. This talks about balance. Oh, my nose is itchy. Alright, so what's the Seven of Wands, Spirit? Okay. We have the Five of Cups. And the balance came out. So it's like Spirit's coming in and balancing out this disappointment that you had from this last energy, because you've had to learn. These are lessons that you've had to learn. That's why, and this could be test time. That's why you got the listening card. Are you gonna take something that just looks good on paper because that's what's acceptable to your community, to your your family, your work, your people, or are you gonna go after what calls to your spirit? Because if you go after what looks good on paper, you're always going to be disappointed, let down. Yeah. Spirit's saying here, you're ending this old cycles. We're getting off this hamster wheel. We're getting onto a new journey, a new path. Okay. Yeah, again, you might have to relocate to get to this with the Lovers. Somebody you wanna build a home with. Okay. This person is the one that brings you this balance. The person you want to build with is someone who you do want to have a family with. Yeah, you're cutting out the heartache that this Empress, this mother figure, that the mother of your children may have caused you. You're getting out of that. You're cutting all that out. This person wanted to keep you confused. Judgment's going to be called on that person. Yeah. Wow. Anything else for this? Anything else? Anything else, Spirit? Oh, my nose is itchy today. Anything else? Yeah, move away. Spirit's saying move away from the troubles that you might be feeling at the moment. Move away from that, okay? All right, guys. So let's get you some advice. What does Spirit say you should do? I mean, move away. Move away. You might... Okay, let's just... Oh, no. Okay. Sorry, guys. That was too many. I'm not taking all those. All right. What is your advice? Not the Page of Cups. This is talking about a new love. A new love that you probably never thought that you would have. Advice? Take your time. There's that King of Pentacles again. It's telling you, take your time and study. Study, not when I'm saying study, I mean Pay attention. Learn the people. Don't just listen to the nice words that they say, the nice clothes that they wear, you know, how perfect their makeup and hair, and, you know, how much money they have, because that don't mean shit at the end of the day. It really doesn't. You have to pay attention to allow their character, their behavior speak for, you know, speak for them. Sorry guys, I'm having a hard time speaking, even more so today. You know, let them show you what they're really about. You need to study that, their behavior, their character, how they behave before making that leap with this person. Learn to trust your intuition. Learn to trust your intuition when you listen to them. Okay? Anything else? Any final advice for this group? Yeah, you don't just rush into something. Don't just rush into something. Study what they're not saying, how they behave, and that's going to really show you if you learn to trust your intuition. Because if you just rush into something, it's going to leave you disappointed. Yeah, with the Tower and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, if you don't learn to trust yourself, that's how it's going to end up. If you just rush into something because, you know, it looks good. If you don't do your due diligence, if you don't study and pay attention to the things that they're not saying, and just, you know, or just paying attention, just going by off of what they say, what they speak with their words, and not by how they actually conduct themselves, you're going to be let down. Okay? Trust your intuition. If you learn to trust your intuition, then you can make that leap of faith to make that love offer that will bring you happiness, abundance, and maybe even a baby with the Empress. But you got to let go. You got to let go of what doesn't serve you. Transmute that energy. And that's going to make a change when it comes to the situation. Okay? I hope that made sense, guys. All right, so we're going to get you final advice, final guidance that you might need to hear at this moment. We're going to pull from the Angel Wisdom Tarot, okay? And see what message Spirit has for you. What message does Spirit have for you? Oh, the Magician came out again. It came out for group 1 too. The Magician says magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a success will manifest if you believe. If you believe it, you can do it. Let's get one more for group 2. Final advice for group 2. Okay, we got the Dreamer, or no, the Emperor, sorry. The Emperor. Logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of a situation. Accept a leadership role. Structure and discipline. All right, guys. I hope this helped. I hope it brought you some clarity. And we will see you guys next time.